Now let's hear from Dr. Azab on getting to the root of our aches and pains.
How chiropractic care can relieve a lot of different painful conditions by getting to the root of the problem rather than just covering up the symptoms. This is kind of illustrated by this funny cartoon that says, honey, do you want to take the one that cures headache but causes stroke, or the one that eases back pain but causes heart attack? Well, when we take pain relievers or anti-inflammatory medications, do they just go, let's say if you're taking it for neck pain, does it go just to your neck or does it just go to your back? No, it actually goes throughout. You take it, it gets absorbed into the stomach, and it goes through all the different parts of your body. So it goes to areas that don't need it as well as the areas that need it. That's why you can end up with so many different harmful side effects because the medication has an influence on tissues that we don't want it to have an influence on. Chiropractic care oftentimes gets to the root of the problem by fixing the underlying cause, which is oftentimes a subluxation in the spine. Subluxation is where the joints can get stuck or misaligned, that could irritate the nerves, that can cause muscle spasm, that can cause inflammation, that can cause pain. In a recent study, they took a group of patients with neck pain. Half of them got anti-inflammatory medication, the other half got chiropractic manipulation. And at the end of the study, they found that the chiropractic manipulation patients fared better as far as the neck pain is concerned. And a reporter asked a professor at the University of Michigan Medical School what he thought of this. He was a professor in family medicine. And he goes, well, neck pain is a mechanical problem. It only makes sense that a mechanical treatment fares better than a chemical one, which is what medication is. It's a chemical treatment for a mechanical problem. One of the things that we commonly treat is headaches. And because subluxations can cause muscle spasm in the muscles of the neck, which can cause referred pain in the head. The trapezius muscle can cause referred pain to the side of the head and sometimes to the forehead. The suboccipital muscles to the side of the head and the forehead. And the sternocleidomastoid muscle, or the muscle that turns your neck. When you turn your neck, it pops up like that. Can cause pain that mimics sinus headaches. It actually goes above and below the eye. And a lot of people who are having sinus headaches, what they think are sinus headaches, are due to spasm of that muscle, which is in spasm because of subluxations in the neck. Now, the medical profession has realized this connection, and there is a whole classification of interventions that's being promoted, one of which is Botox injections to help migraines. How does that work? Well, what they try to do is they try to put injections into those muscles to deaden those muscles and keep them from being in spasm by deadening the muscle and having the muscle contract less. This comes with a whole host of side effects, which you'll notice if you actually pay attention to the warnings that they have in the drug ads. But what chiropractic care does is get rid of the subluxation, which is the joint immobility and misalignment, to take the muscle out of spasm, because the muscle's in spasm because it's trying to move a joint that doesn't want to move and it's working too hard and it's going into spasm. And it's also causing irritation or facilitation of the spinal cord level at that area of subluxation, which is in turn causing hyperactivity of those muscles. So instead of deadening the muscle, we keep the muscle functioning as it normally should, but get it out of spasm by working on the joints in the neck, taking the muscle out of spasm and normalizing the joint's function, normalizing the muscle function, instead of just trying to hijack it and deaden the muscle temporarily with Botox. If you're suffering from neck pain or headaches, please feel free to give All Family Chiropractic a call at 785-PAIN to set up an appointment.